Hey Sarah, so I saw your post this week was about behavior management, and that is actually something that I've gotten way better at. I still struggle, obviously, for sure, but I've gotten way better at in the past few years. So I wanted to give you some tips and tricks that have, if I had known my first year teaching, would have been so amazing. So the first thing that I want you to learn is called no-nonsense nurturer. It's like a way of doing behavior management, basically. You're nurturing kids, but you're also no nonsense. So the way this happens is, I would give a direction. So I'd be like, eyes on me, mouths closed in 3, 2, 1. And then you positively narrate to students who are doing what they're supposed to be doing. So I'd be like, Sarah's eyes are on me and her pencil's down. Nick's eyes are on me and her pencil's down. And then after I've narrated to students positively, I give a warning. So I'd be like, Daryl Ann, first warning, eyes on me, pencil down. And then after you give one negative, you want to go back to positives, always. This is super amazing because, first of all, students aren't always listening. Even when I count down 3, 2, 1, it gives them the opportunity for me to say the directions 2 more times because I'm positively narrating those students. I'm like, I just said Sarah's eyes are on me and her pencil is down. Now another kid's like, ooh, my eyes are supposed to be up there, my pencil is down. And then I do it one more time, and then I give a negative. So you almost, for me, I don't have a lot of having to do negatives every once in a while. And after I do first warning, say Daryl Ann, first warning, then that pretty much bites it for most students at the beginning of the year. So I think the key to this strategy is that you are very, very consistent. Like sometimes when students are amazing and awesome and I have a great class, I forget to positively narrate. And then slowly 2 weeks later, I'm like, why are they getting slightly less good at calling back to me? And I realized it's because I'm not narrating and giving warnings. And the first warning is nothing, like it's just a first warning. And my consequences, this might help depending on how you want to do it in your classroom, is I do first warning, last warning, which is like the more serious one. And I normally even, you're not supposed to inflect your tone, you're supposed to be very monotone when you say it, so it's not saying like you're bad. But for that one, I normally say last warning with eyes like up. And then I say, after that, it's a reflection in the back of the room. They have a reflection sheet, and I call home. And then it's a detention. And I haven't had to give any detentions this year. I have had 2 reflections, but for the most part, kids are pretty good. And, you know, you always have those kids who you really need to build a relationship with to get them to do what you need them to do in class and stuff like that. But that's called no-nonsense nurture. The hardest thing about this strategy is consistency, like I said. Like, once kids are great, you're just like, why would I need to do this narration? Everyone's eyes are on me. But the practice in itself keeps kids knowing that you're consistent. And also, if you do have an unruly class and you always have 2 boys or 2 kids, not necessarily boys, who are off task, if you always do it, they don't think you're picking on them. They're like, oh, she always does this. She always narrates us and then gives us a warning. That is really difficult in rowdy classes. But if you're consistent, you'll get a lot of respect from students. And then for like bringing kids back from a discussion, same thing. And this works for me in middle school really well, is like if they're all doing an activity and you need them to come completely back, I give them a 30-second warning. You have 30 more seconds to discuss in your group. And I don't pull their attention though, I just say it out loud. Or 30 seconds to finish your activity. And then once the 30 seconds have gone down, I start counting down from 10. I go 10. Be in your seats, ready to go, 9, assign seat, 8, like whatever I need to say, 7, and people are like running to their spot. And then even though I just counted down from 10, I do my call and response. I'll be like, eyes on me, mouths closed, 3, 2, 1, because they're so used to me doing that. I positively narrate, and then I move on to the next task. If you're having really big struggles with a student, like this isn't working, they're getting a reflection every day, you've called home, it's detention, whatever. And I really think you should do this before that. Like once they get a reflection, just like talking to them one-on-one in a non-threatening way of just like, tell me what's going on. And sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't. Like, and how can I help you learn better? I realize that in class, maybe you're bored or whatever. How can I help you learn better? Would changing seats be a good thing? You decide where you think you should be. Do you think I should print something out so you don't have to write it down? Whatever. Like really just focus on the student, and then they realize that you care. And then every day after that, have a conversation with that student for 2 weeks. This is something that I listened to a podcast on, like talking to that student for like 30 seconds for 2 weeks makes a huge difference. I think that's pretty much all I have. if you want to see this modeled, I could totally take a clip from my class and show you, because it really helped me to see it modeled in classrooms. And I'm still kind of bad at consistency, but I'm getting better as I see, once again, that kids getting off task, and now I have to give them warnings. And it's like, if I had been consistent, I probably would have no warnings. So cool. I hope this helps, and have a good day.